The choir of children sing their song. They've practiced all year long. And then creepy children going, ding dong, over and over. What a terrible song, Paul McCartney. What's wrong with you?
Keith, tell
you
me.
had so much going for
Keith,
you.
tell
What's
me
that?
what you really think about both Paul McCartney and his Christmas song.
I think that Paul McCartney's great. I think that song is a piece of shit. I think that he's done better stuff before and
Heather,
since.
my most sacred lover, I'm always watching you. No matter where you are or what you may be doing, I have never lost sight of you. I know you feel intensely lonely, yet with a single key to this door, those feelings won't stand in the way any longer.
Do you think... So this all is really...
We
creepy.
haven't been able to see each other for so long. Be patient, it's just a little longer. I'll be patient too, even though I long to hold you in these arms of mine.
Hands of mine.
Hands of mine. I'll be honest, didn't even really look at the word.
The key... Why didn't he tell her where the key was
is
straight
behind
away?
the shelves in the underground garage. Why there? Ask that idiot doctor. There's not a single person here who's right in the head. Not just in the hospital. I mean in all of Silent Hill. Except me. Stanley Coleman. Who is me?
He's probably only wrong on one account that he's sane. Everyone in Silent Hill is crazy, including him. But this is what I saw in the comments. It said that Silent Hill is supposed to be just a normal town until the characters of the games enter into it, and then it becomes like this weirdo crazy place.
Yeah, I know. I'm just funning you guys.
But
I know Silent Hill is not constantly filled with monsters at all times.
I'm pretty sure it kind of is, though. Like, what's gonna happen when this game is over and Heather leaves or dies or whatever? Like, it's just gonna, like, people are gonna go to school? Like, kindergartners are gonna be in a kindergarten class? It doesn't make any sense.
I don't think it really, like...
It might, like...
I'll say this, I don't think and I don't mean this in, like, the normal sort of, like, joking, like, the derisive way that people usually say this about things. I don't think, like, the creators of Silent Hill put that much thought into it. Like, I just think it's like, it's a town and sometimes monsters and certain people monsters in this town. I don't know.
My impression of Silent Hill is that when the games aren't going on, there's no monsters, but there's not... It's like, How far into Doctor Who are you? Have you seen the Impossible Astronaut episode? Where there's the astronaut?
Yes.
Do you remember that guy that owns the orphanage who's, like, always forgetting, like, where he is? And
No.
No? Okay. Well, there's, like, this crazy guy who, like, never really knows, like, where he is and is constantly forgetting everything. And I feel like Silent Hill's just a town filled with, like, nothing and a few people like that are just, like, crazy and bumbling around and, like, can't remember what they're doing or who they are. And then sometimes monsters.
Simply having a wonderful Christmas time.
I'd like to punch him in the face.
You did this to me. It's in my head now.
This song is like Bear Mace.
Nah.
Ding dong. No,
I don't like
it's
that.
really bad. It's a really bad song.
But it's really catchy.
I'm sorry, Sir Paul. I don't really want to punch you in the face. He's knighted, right? I'm pretty sure he's been knighted.
How could he not be?
Right? I mean, you got Alec Guinness, you got Paul McCartney, you got, I don't know, Clint Howard. Those are your three big knights.
What about Elton John?
Elton John.
What about Ian McKellen? What about Patrick Stewart?
Patrick Stewart.
If Patrick Stewart and Ian McKellen are knights, fucking what's his face is a knight. Come on.
Sir Elton John?
No, what the other guy?
Clint
Paul McCartney.
Howard?
Paul
Okay.
McCartney.
You know that I was joking about the Clint Howard thing, right?
I don't know who that is.
Do you know the Arrested Development episode where there's the guy in the tree?
All right, be
He's
quiet. We
squatting
have to
in the
read
tree?
this. This is important.
All right.
12 hours confinement in the special treatment room. Dismal. God, I can't read. Dismissal policy no longer in effect. Contact the chief if you have any questions. There's something handwritten on the top of the typewritten sentence. The trick is not to leave any marks. Oh, okay. Chief is a pervert. Christy would have been better off if she had been fired.
That's Clint Howard. He's Ron Howard's brother.
Oh, okay, sure.
You know that guy, right?
Yeah.
Not a knight. Like, for sure not a knight.
I guess not. I didn't know he was Ron Howard's brother.
Yeah.
I mean, Ron Howard's a knight. That much is obvious.
But, like, not a modern knight. He's a medieval knight.
Yeah. Come on. Give me a break. The last 8 times I saw nurses, I probably should have shot them with my gun and not fought them with a sword, like a Ronin.
Yeah, you were acting sort of like a rogue samurai.
Ebony hair, huh?
Would you buy a product that was like mac and cheese in the shape of little samurais and katanas called macaroni and cheese?
Absolutely.
That would be like the next best thing.
You should need to kickstart that.
That would be the best thing since dinosaur-shaped chicken nuggets.
Oh, man.
You know how good chicken nuggets and macaroni and cheese are. Dinosaur-shaped chicken nuggets and macaroni and cheese.
Do I know that?
Everyone knows that.
I guess.
They're really good.
You mean together?
Yeah, together.
I guess so.
Not like chopped up and mixed, but like a bite
That
of
would
chicken
probably be
nugget,
pretty
a
good.
bite of mac and cheese. It is really good. I thought people knew about this.
I guess I didn't know about this.
Macaroni and cheese. Get on it, someone. And pay me some
One of the
royalties.
pieces would have to be just like a man's head, but he has like a bun in the back, like one of those long, tall buns.
And it could be attached to a bigger piece of like a man holding up the head.
Eric,
from
a great
the air.
poet who conveys my feelings so well.
Who's Eric?
I don't know.
Superbly enjoyable to drown in my love for you. He's talking to you like you're constantly rejecting him.
Except that he at the very beginning he made some note about ebony hair. Look.
Do you think maybe he's talking about Cheryl or Alyssa? Which one's which again? Tell me which one's which.
Cheryl is like the... Well, I don't remember what Cheryl was at this point. She was like
Which one is Harry's daughter?
Cheryl.
Cheryl. Okay. And then Alyssa is
Cheryl! Cheryl!
Cheryl.
Cheryl? Cheryl?
Cher?
Cheryl?
Cher?
Oh, is Cher short for Cheryl? I guess that makes sense.
Well, not
I
Cher.
never
Cher's
really
name is
thought
Cher.
about it. Oh, okay.
She doesn't have a last name.
That's a that's
No, she doesn't have a last name. She's like Madonna.
like the Queen.
Oh, wait, the Queen has a last name.
What is it? This was a whole discussion. You probably didn't listen to it because you stopped listening to Rooster Teeth after a while podcast.
Yeah.
But this was a whole discussion. Was that Gavin was saying that the Queen doesn't have a last name, and like without any evidence to the contrary.
Yeah, they totally have last names.
What are you talking about?
Queens have last names.
Okay.
Like, she's called Queen Elizabeth,
Well, yeah.
but they have a last name. That's their dynasty. The last name is their dynasty, their family. They're a royal family because they share the same last name.
I guess so.
Let me look it up. No. Windsor. There we go.
Windsor.
Yeah.
All right.
You know, like the name of her palace, the Windsor estate or whatever.
You think I know that?
Yeah, everyone knows that.
I don't know that.
I don't know. Maybe it's because I took like 2 different European history classes.
There you go.
Gavin's a fucking idiot.
Yeah.
Okay, so tell me about
The thing that drove me crazy was that, like, I said the queen doesn't have a last name, and you refuted me because you knew that wasn't true. But like, it was driving me crazy because Gus and Bernie basically
this is a conversation that we had.
What?
You're calling back to a conversation that we had?
Like a second ago.
Oh, okay. I thought you were saying like, yeah, weeks ago we had the same conversation about the queen's last name.
Gus and Bernie had no evidence or knowledge to the contrary, but they were just like harassing him endlessly about it, like saying things like, "What does it say on her passport?" Or like that. Maybe that was another thing. Was he was like, "She doesn't have a passport."
It says queen on her passport.
It's like she doesn't have a passport. She's the queen, and they were like somehow
By the
getting
way,
on
she
his
does
case
have a
about
passport,
that.
and it's a special queen passport.
Does she? Really?
Yeah, she does. Yeah, for sure.
Why?
Because she's the queen.
Why does she need a passport? She's the queen.
I don't know. Why does Tom
I
Cruise
see
need
your
a passport?
passport?
He's Tom Cruise. Like, everyone knows who Tom Cruise is.
Tom
Still needs a
Cruise is
passport.
not the king of a country.
Neither is the queen.
Good point. Well, that settles that.
But it's like what's the difference?
In this discussion we were having, I forgot that she's not really a queen.
Yeah, like they don't do. She's as
Okay,
relevant to the
you're right.
country's politics as Tom Cruise is relevant to ours. She can't make a law. Do you know that her biggest role in government is to enact a play during the election of the newest prime minister? That's all she does. She pretends to be like overtaken.
Ah!
You know about that shit?
No, what?
When a new prime minister is
Oh my
elected,
God! What? What are you about to tell me? Is this gonna blow my mind?
it's gonna make you think how like, oh my God, they're so silly. At least.
I think this is gonna
enacted
blow
this
my mind.
weird-
Get out of here! Fuck you!
They have
Fuck!
this, like, weird parade or play thing where the
I am so mad about what is happening in this game right now. By the way,
okay.
I can't talk about queens right now. This is fucking.
Do you want me to pause
insane.
what I'm saying?
I'm just cornered by these assholes, and I
Use your
can't do
shotgun.
anything. I have 2 shotgun shells.
Yeah, and there's 2 bad guys.
That was ridiculous.
That sucked. Well, you just saved, so. Anyway, and my details on this are a little hazy. I just know that this happens. I think I learned a little bit about this from a class that I took, and then I learned a little bit about this from Chaos Time, who's telling me how stupid their politics are. What's up?
Has Chaos Time asked you a favor recently?
Now, why?
He sent me a message the other day, and he said, "Hey, if I send you money for the purchase and the shipping, will you send me a shitload of Pop-Tarts?" And
You can't get Pop-Tarts?
apparently they have Pop-Tarts in the UK, but like just not like that many. There's like a couple flavors, and like here it's like a cornucopia of
There's only
Pop-Tarts.
like 4 or 5 flavors.
There's a ton of Pop-Tarts.
Oh, really?
flavors.
I only ever see like strawberry, blueberry, s'mores.
They probably
Oreo.
they don't have s'mores. Let's be real. Come on,
Well,
they
the-
can't
the-
have s'mores.
They probably don't have s'mores, but like the Oreo and strawberry are the only 2 worth getting. Anyway.
Oreo, God.
The Oreo is really good.
I hate all Pop. That was my question. It was like, yes, I can get you a bunch of Pop-Tarts. Why? Apparently
not asking
his
that favor.
girlfriend likes Pop-Tarts a lot. But
okay.
why? They're so gross. They're so
If
gross.
you couldn't,
And I'm a
have
person
them-
who likes shitty food. I like shitty food.
Yeah,
Pop-Tarts are the worst.
yeah. You like one time you had a microwavable White Castle burger and it blew your mind.
Yeah, like, I love microwavable White Castle burgers.
Yeah.
And I won't eat Pop-Tarts. Like, what does that say about Pop-Tarts?
Well, let's be fair. Those microwavable things are so good for no reason. It's not a burger. It's not anything. It's just they taste delicious.
I've never had real White Castle.
Me neither.
I have no idea what it tastes like.
We passed one once, you and I together.
What?
Yeah.
And we didn't stop?
No.
Where the fuck were we? And where were we going that we didn't stop at the White Castle?
We were in Six Flags, New Jersey. Do you remember this?
Oh, like it wasn't you and I passed it. It was like we were with our family and we passed one.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. It's like we were sitting in the back of a car when
Right.
we were kids.
Right. No,
Okay,
well, we
yeah.
were like...
Because if I had control over that vehicle, I would stop just out of sheer curiosity.
We had both, I'm pretty sure, seen Harold and Kumar go to White Castle by that point.
Really?
Yeah. I think we were like 12, or I was 12 and you were 14, and that's when I remember because the first time that I saw Harold and Kumar Go to White Castle was right after having seen Bill and Ted's Excellent Adventure for the
I
first
need
time.
to eat at White Castle just to compare notes about the Frozen version.
Well, it's you want to get context for that movie too. That's like a big part of it. You wouldn't give a shit if it wasn't for that movie.
I probably would not have eaten the Frozen ones if not for the movie. No,
Right.
it's a good movie.
It is a really good movie. Did you see the third one or the second one for that matter?
I never finished the second one because I didn't like it.
The second one is not very good. The third one is much better.
Okay.
I've kind of come around on the second one. I love Rob Corddry, but I think his character is a little bit over the top. Like his horribly racist FBI character.
I don't really remember. I watched more than 30 minutes, less than an hour of it, and that was like a long time ago.
Well, oh yeah, because you borrowed my copy.
Yeah, I borrowed it from you,
Yeah.
which I still have.
Oh.
Because every time I come over, I'm like, or not every time, but occasionally I'm like, hey Keith, I'm never gonna watch this. Do you want it back? And you're like, meh.
You haven't brought it up to me in a year.
It's probably approaching a year.
Yeah. You had it for longer than you had Dragon's Dogma, which you just returned.
I've had it for longer than that, yeah.
Yeah.
But you asked for it back.
I did.
Like, you have
because I
not asked
forgot
for-
that you had my copy of this.
You haven't.
Because
you
I'm
haven't
not gonna
asked
watch
for
it. I've seen it.
Harold and Kumar escape from Guantanamo Bay. That's not a thing that you asked for, which happens in like the first 15 minutes. I thought there was going to be more escaping.
Well, the whole movie is them running away.
Why am I killing these? What am I doing? And why am I doing it? I'm
I don't know.
stupid.
So anyway, to get back to the real issue, new prime minister gets elected.
Okay.
They put on like a little parade where he pretends to take over the country. Gives like a list of demands to the queen. She says, got it, check, we're gonna do it all, and the country is yours, and I'm the queen, and here you go.
So like every
Like,
time
Every time.
a prime minister's term ends, it's like the queen gets the country back for like a moment, and then she just has to give it right back.
Basically, yeah.
What a bummer.
Yeah. Or it's like, yeah, it's basically like the prime minister has to pretend to be the leader of a rebel group that
Hey,
is...
England, you know how you hate that we think you're so fucking silly? You're not helping the
You're
case.
not helping at all. And stop calling everything pudding. Jesus Christ. It can't all be pudding.
What?
Do you not know about this either?
Hold on. I think I did nothing there but just waste bullets and get hurt, so I'm just gonna fucking straight up, like...
Okay.
Oh, I don't think I can, like, quit. Can I?
I think you're gonna be fine. You gotta play this game
No,
the way...
I'm so low on health items. This is a totally... Reloading a save file is a completely legitimate way to play a game.
I guess. These guys are so ineffective in the way they attack. They're like a car wash. They look...
I just imagine now, like, driving my car by those things and their arms are just like...
That's what they're doing. Later on, an enemy that just blows air vertically at your car.
Or they're like the wavy tube men.
Yeah. You don't know about their pudding thing?
No.
They just call like everything pudding. Like whether it's pudding texture or not, they just call it pudding. Like they have like a billion.
Literally
different types
everything, Keith.
Yeah, like okay, I'm gonna have to get a list of of British puddings. I bet Wikipedia has a page called "List of British Puddings."
I mean, I'm gonna go out on a limb here and say that they probably invented the word. Did they not get to decide what a pudding is? Have we not just narrowed their insane definition of pudding?
Can we agree that it's probably a little too far when I googled list of British puddings, the first response was greatbritishpuddings.com?
I don't know. What does that mean?
Okay, so they've got sweet puddings like banoffee pie, Bakewell tart, blackberry and apple crumble. Under puddings.
Guys, these are not pudding.
This is what I'm trying to tell you. Bread and butter pudding, bread pudding, cabinet pudding, canary pudding.
Hold on, that's
castle
a
pudding,
milkshake pudding, right?
cherry pie.
You know what I just remembered last
What's up?
week? In
It's
like the
not-
past week?
What's up?
That in Rhode Island, milkshakes
call
are called
milkshakes
cabinets. Like
cabinets, yeah.
I just remembered that, and my mind was just blown.
Yeah,
again.
I think I might have brought it up to you a couple weeks ago.
maybe
Yeah.
you're right, but that's
Well, because when I worked at an ice cream place, once every couple months, someone would order a cabinet.
That whole parade and ceremony between the prime minister and the queen that you just brought up. None of that. It's not even half as silly as calling milkshakes cabinets.
How about calling, how about a sweet pudding called Eaton Mess? Eve's pudding,
Ooh,
extra
I'd like to
pudding,
eat a mess.
Figgy Downy, figgy pudding, ginger pudding, gypsy tart.
Oh, I've heard all about figgy pudding.
Hollygog pudding, honey and apple batter pudding.
Hey,
Yeah. Submachine gun bullets, nice.
it just seems like at this point they're doing it on purpose. They're like intentionally giving me the ammo for the gun before I get the gun.
Yeah, yeah.
Oh, basically what just happened was I just opened Dark Cloud for the PS2 and I just went, I'm getting a PS2?
Nice. What if you didn't though? Like, just have this game.
Where's the person that was using it?
What?
I don't-
Oh, fucking who would put a thing in a place?
This is Why is there a wheelchair in this hospital?
Okay.
To be fair, there's blood all over this hallway. This is like the hallway from Metal Gear Solid when he goes and finds Great Fox. Gray Fox, not the Great Fox.
Yeah.
I mean, he is a great fox, but he's just gray.
I want to get real quick back to this this pudding list, and I want to remind everyone that we're in the section called sweet pudding, and then read this one, macaroni pudding.
No, that's just macaroni in a bowl.
How
what
about
you
this,
just said.
Kyle? Under sweet puddings, pancakes. It can't all be pudding. It's just not. Rice pudding, semolina pudding, spotted dick.
That's not pudding.
It's not.
like, I'm all for like, hey, maybe they like. It's one thing if they just have a different definition of pudding.
But it's all encompassing.
They don't seem to have a definition.
You
It's
said-
just a number of disparate food items that they're all calling pudding.
You tried to make fun of me for implying that they call everything pudding. It's not a joke. They call everything pudding. Savory puddings. Berkshire bacon pudding. Derby savory pudding. Mrs. Banyard's bacon pudding. It's famous over there.
Wait, what?
Mrs. Banyard's bacon pudding.
What is bacon pudding?
I'll click on it. Do you want to hear the recipe?
Absolutely.
And then after that, do you want to read about steak and kidney
Hold
pudding?
on, there's a suspicious space. God, I'm not reading anything for the rest of the day.
All right.
There's a suspicious space between the shelf and the wall. It's just telling me about it over and over again. What? Streaks of blood as if something got dragged are continuing onto the back of the shelf. No, it's more like they start from the back of the shelf. Okay, great. That's exciting.
All right, so what the fuck? That's weird. Every time I click on the ingredients, it
Seems
takes
like
me
there's
backwards.
literally nothing I can do here.
Like how there's a whole type of pudding called just Mrs. Banyard's recipe, her classic recipe. I'm gonna have to take a screenshot of it.
For what? You're quickly running out of
we go.
time on your pudding block.
I'm sorry. You don't want to know about Mrs. Banyard's bacon pudding?
I don't know. I don't like bacon that much.
I like bacon when it's done right. You like it crispy. That's probably why you don't like it.
Crispy bacon is delicious.
It's much more flavorful when it's not so crispy. It's
I don't care.
half a pound of suet crust pastry, 3 rashers of bacon chopped, 1 small onion
Did you
chopped.
just say I need 3 rashers of bacon?
Yep, 3
Okay, well,
rashers of
I
bacon.
normally just get 1 rasher of bacon when I'm at the rasher store, but this time I'll get 3.
Oh my god. Okay, this is gonna fucking. Alright, this is the best thing that I ever read. 1 small onion chopped, 1 little peeled chopped cooking apple, a little flour, a clean white cloth.
Well, you don't want a dirty white cloth.
Make sure you've got a clean white cloth. Just get a black cloth or a purple. Like, why does it have to be a white cloth?
Keith, I mean, I don't want to get too racy here, but I think we all know why it can't be a black cloth.
Never mind.
Why does this camera work? What am I using this camera for? What are you talking about? What is happening? This game is fucking insane.
Wait, you used a camera to take a picture of something? What's happening?
I guess that makes sense.
What were you doing?
I used the camera to take a picture of what was behind the thing.
Just move it. Just knock it over. Don't want to make a mess.
Keith, it's very heavy.
Yeah, and you've got a lot of time. Like, what's the...
Hey. I've been wanting to try Onimusha recently.
What's Onimusha? That's like a video game. Okay, so, like... Alright, look at this. This is their picture of steak and kidney pudding. Does that look like a fucking pudding to you?
That's not a fucking
It's
pudding.
meat cubes inside bread.
I mean, it looks pretty good.
It looks pretty good. I mean, there's kidney in it. I don't know about that.
Oh,
but
well then forget it. If
it's
that's
steak
kidney,
and
I
kidney
don't-
pudding.
Well, I
I've never
want-
had kidney.
Can I
Maybe
have
it's
the
pretty good.
steak? Kidney beans?
No, kidney meat.
Kidney beans?
Nope, kidney meat from
Kidney
a kidney, from a
beans?
cow's kidney.
Kidney beans?
No, it's the skin of a kid's knee.
Mm-mm.
Just slice a little layer off that.
Keith,
that
not
kneecap.
funny. Don't joke about that.
No?
That's horrible.
No?
Don't joke. Don't joke.
Listen,
Yeah.
I'm hungry. There's a child in this house.
We hungry.
I'm just gonna
Not-
take.
I mean,
take
not
a
right now.
Take a little off the top. Put it in nice pudding.
Well, they grow back, they're fine.
So, I mean,
That is the thing. Nicole is always constantly worried when the child is like bumping into things and like falling down. Like, children are indestructible.
Yeah.
I don't know if you know that.
yeah, they only cry when they're startled. They never get hurt.
Like, aside from the fact that their skeletal their skeletons are just they're like more flexible and they're harder to damage. They weigh like 2 pounds.
Yeah, it's like how you can kind of throw an ant off a building and it'll be fine
Yeah.
because it weighs nothing. Its maximum velocity is like a mile an hour.
Okay, hold on.
Terminal velocity.
Terminal velocity. I need to go up to the 3rd floor. Got it. Thirding it up with my sword.
Were you saying terminal velocity because you were busy doing something else and you're just saying it, or were you trying to remember what that was?
I was just agreeing with you.
Okay.
You said terminal velocity. I was like, yep, that's the thing. So my point is, if you took some skin off his knee, it'd be fine.
It'd be totally fine.
Grow back.
Yeah.
What's the? I mean, good thing she took a picture of it this time for me.
Oh man, yeah.
That's
If
useful.
only she could do that more often.
Good thing I got rid of that camera.
Can I
That
say
would
one-
have been like I didn't want to keep that.
Can I say one more thing about Great Britain?
Where's
They're still better. They're still way better.
whatever? Where's
saying
the
they're not-
fucking thing? Memos. Okay. Sorry.
I didn't realize that we had all this stuff saved.
Me neither. 92893? Is that a 2 or a 3?
It might be a 3.
That's
but,
a 3.
Oh yeah, it's a 3.
9384.
I'm surprised at how well she focused that camera. She wasn't even looking.
It's a Polaroid camera. They don't focus. They just take the picture. I mean, they do focus, but it's like
It's an autofocus.
yeah.
Polaroids, I can't, because Polaroid went out of business until they were recently bought by the Fuji camera company, and now are making like a new Fiji brand Polaroids.
Okay, great.
But they went out of business. I can't
imagine why.
Kyle, digital cameras.
Oh.
Yeah. Like,
I'm so used to using my instant film camera for everything that I forgot completely about digital cameras.
wait, what is instant film?
Like a Polaroid camera.
Oh, okay.
What the fuck is wrong with you?
I thought instant film was a different kind of thing.
I mean, I don't know how you would actually call a Polaroid camera. I'm just whatever.
You just call it a Polaroid.
Hope House.
I don't know where I was going with the thing.
Hope House, an orphanage on the outskirts of Silent Hill. Why am I learning about this from this magazine that just looks like it has a lady?
I don't know, but you can figure it out while I go to the bathroom.
But behind its false image is a place where children are kidnapped and brainwashed.
Okay, I'm going to stay for this.
Hope House is managed by the Silent Hill Smile Support Society, or the SHSSS. Wait, it's sometimes called 4S. Well, that's not right. It's true.
Silent Hill Smile Support Society.
Well, yeah, but there's an H in the hill.
What are they going to do? 4S and an H?
Sure. It could have been S4H, and it could have been like Silent Hill,
or
Happy Help,
or Kyle.
House.
Shh. SSS.
Shh.
SSS.
Shiss. We should just call it Shiss.
Shiss.
It's true that Shiss is a well-respected charity that, quote, takes in poor children without homes and raises them with hope. But at its heart, it is a heathen organization that teaches its own warped dogma in lieu of good religious values. Good ones. Mr. Smith, temp, who lives near Hope House, has this to say: sometimes at night I can hear their weird prayers and the sounds of children crying. I went there to complain one time, but they ran me right out. Since then, it hasn't changed a bit. In fact, this reporter was refused admission when he attempted to take photographs in the facility. What exactly do the folks at Hope House have to hide? During my investigation, I was able to discover, however, a suspicious-looking round concrete tower, which appears to be part of their facilities. All right, I'm done.
Unfortunately, no one was willing to tell us what the tower was used for, but it seemed unlikely that it has anything to do with the business of raising orphans. It may in fact be a prison or a secret place of worship.
Warship?
Warships!
Like a super Star Destroyer?
Yeah, like a super Star Destroyer, or like old Ironsides. The cult religion that operates Hope House is known by the locals simply as the Order.
Great.
It's a religion that, by the way, that is the creepiest thing it could be possibly called.
The Order.
It's a religion that is deeply interwoven with Silent Hill's history.
Oh, great.
Worshippers' fervent belief that they are among the elite chosen people has a dark and dangerous side. I intend to continue my investigation of Hope House and the cult behind it. I've always believed that telling the whole truth and showing the children the true path is our most important duty. To be fair, part of this guy's true path is religious values.
Don't be fooled by this society of people that believe they're part of an elite chosen people. Don't be fooled by the bright side of that. There is a dark side.
Yeah.
I intend to continue my investigation of Hope House and the cult behind it.
I read this part already.
Shut the fuck up,
I've read
Keith.
this part.
I'm reading this!
Alright, fine.
I've always believed that telling the whole truth and showing the children the true path is our most important duty.
That's the part that I have issue with.
Joseph
Showing
Schreiber.
children the true